You may think it's just a coincidence. You step out onto your back porch, or you're walking down your driveway and you lock eyes with a bird. Maybe it's perched on the fence. Maybe it's standing right in the middle of your path. You take a step forward, expecting that familiar sudden flutter of wings, but it doesn't move. It just sits there, watching you. Most people dismiss this completely. They assume the bird is just distracted or maybe a little too brave for its own good. But what happened next in recent behavioral studies suggests something far more unusual. In that exact moment, when a wild bird refuses to fly away from you, a highly complex, invisible calculation is happening. And it's a calculation that actually has very little to do with the bird and everything to do with you. We have all experienced this. It's a universal human experience that we rarely ever think deeply about. A robin on the lawn, a cardinal near the window, a crow sitting on the roof of your car. You make eye contact, and instead of engaging its deeply ingrained survival instinct to flee, the bird holds its ground. When this happens, it almost feels like a glitch in nature's programming. From the time we are children, we are taught a very simple rule. Wild animals run from humans. Humans are loud, unpredictable, and toweringly large. So when an animal the size of your hand doesn't run from a giant, it feels unnatural. You might have even stopped and thought to yourself, is it hurt? Is it stuck? But when a perfectly healthy bird actively chooses to stay in your presence, you aren't looking at a glitch. You are actually witnessing one of the most sophisticated, high-level behaviors in the natural world. But why would a creature, hardwired by millions of years of evolution to avoid predators, suddenly decide that you aren't a threat? The answer surprises almost everyone. To understand what's really happening, we have to change how we view the birds in our neighborhoods. Most of us treat them like background extras in the movie of our lives. They are just scenery, but they aren't scenery. They are observers. Every time you walk to your mailbox, every time you let the dog out, every time you sit quietly with your morning coffee, you are being cataloged. Recent breakthroughs in avian psychology have revealed something astonishing. Many of the birds in your backyard possess facial recognition abilities that rival our own. They do not just see a blurry, generic human figure when you walk outside. They see you. They process the specific geometry of your face. They memorize your gait. They study the rhythm of your daily routine. When that bird refuses to fly away, it is not experiencing a lack of fear. It is demonstrating a highly advanced form of risk assessment. It has observed you enough times from the safety of the trees to build a psychological profile of you. It has categorized you, not as a predator, not as prey, but as a known, predictable entity in its territory. But memory is just the baseline. What's even stranger is what researchers noticed next when they started looking at how birds actually use this information in real time. In the wild, survival is entirely based on a strict economy of energy. For a bird, taking flight is incredibly expensive. It burns vital calories. Every single time a bird flies away from a perceived threat, it is tapping into its energy reserves it desperately needs to forage, stay warm, and survive the night. So when a bird locks eyes with you and decides to stay put, it is making a calculated financial decision. It is actively overriding its deepest, most primal panic responses because its data, the data it has quietly gathered on you over weeks or months, tells it that conserving its energy is worth the risk of letting you get close. It has decided you are safe. That level of intelligence alone is incredible. But what happens when this behavior escalates? Because what starts as just not flying away eventually evolves into something much deeper, and very few people ever witness it happening right in front of them. Think about what it really means to be trusted by something so fragile. Here is a creature whose bones are literally hollow, a creature that is hunted by cats, hawks, snakes, and the elements themselves, and it looks at you, a towering apex predator, and decides, I am secure here. When a bird refuses to fly away, it is offering you a profound level of clearance in its world. It is communicating that your presence has been woven into its understanding of home. You aren't an intruder anymore. You're a fixture of its landscape. It has mapped your temperament, and you passed the test. But the rarest, most hidden behavior comes much later in this relationship, and it completely rewrites what we thought we knew about how birds interact with us. Behavioral scientists have discovered that some birds don't just learn to tolerate specific humans, they actively use them. In behavioral science, there's a concept sometimes referred to as a protective halo. Birds are incredibly vulnerable when they're feeding on the ground or resting on low branches. If a neighborhood bird feels threatened by a hawk circling overhead or a stray cat stalking through the grass, and it knows that you're a safe, non-threatening presence, it won't just refuse to fly away from you, it will purposely stay close to you. It uses your proximity as a shield to deter its actual predators. Hawks and cats will not approach if a human is standing just a few feet away. In that moment, when that small bird sits calmly on the fence post, just 3 feet from your shoulder, staring at you, it isn't just watching you, it has deputized you. It has calculated that the safest place in its entire world is right next to you. You are actively keeping it alive, simply by standing there. The next time a bird lands nearby, don't immediately look away. Don't brush it off as a random quirk of nature. Don't assume it's just a fearless animal acting on blind instinct. Take a breath, look back at it, because what appears random may not be random at all. That tiny creature has studied you. It has remembered your face. It has watched your life unfold from the branches above. And out of all the threats and chaos in its wild, unpredictable world, it has chosen to trust you. Birds notice far more than most people realize. And sometimes their quiet refusal to leave is the greatest compliment nature can give.